This is kind of a mechanical thing, or I'll probably go ahead and mention it twice. We're on the east side of the garage, and this is where the air conditioning condensing unit is going to be. And this is the refrigerant piping, okay, for the air conditioner unit. One, this is the wrong type of insulation. This insulation crumbles. It's supposed to be rougher. This is 2015 energy code right there. So that's the wrong kind of insulation. But even more so, look, this piping, we got holes in our piping, open ends. That means air can get in there. If my pen can get in there, you think air can get in there? I do. It's 45% humidity today. It means moist air is getting in there, has gotten in there. So when the water mixes with the refrigerant, it turns into acid. And it's going to eat your coils, and it's going to cause the compressor to fail. And that's why we have these systems that don't last but 5 years sometimes. They're supposed to last, well, they're engineered to last 20, but you'd expect 14 out of them in this part of the country. But sometimes, no, this has been ruined. This piping has been ruined. And, Google it. Don't take my word for it. Call an air conditioning guy, not the air conditioning guy that installed this, because he's going to tell you did it right. He's going to tell you it's nothing to worry about. He's going to say, well, we're going to pull a vacuum on it. He's going to say those kinds of things. That's what you're going to hear. But talk to somebody who knows. Talk to somebody who knows that was all ruined. I'm sorry to say. This is where the electric meter is going to be installed on the east side of the garage. So let's move on around. This is where the gas is. That's what this video was really about, was the electrical. But, we can mix it up. We're mixer-uppers. This is the inside of the east wall. And we got a few things. This electric service panel is capable. I don't know what it's going to be. We got a 200 amp breaker. This cabinet can handle 225. That's fine. Looks like the wiring's coming in fine. I'm liking this. I can tell by the grounding buses that what we're going to have is a lot of AFCIs. I'm liking that. Alright, see this rubber booty right here? You're supposed to have one on this one too, on L1 and L2. You're supposed to have two rubber booties. You just are. Now, I get it. They're going to probably put one on before. Maybe they'll go next door and steal that one. But when I'm coming back, I'm going to be expecting a rubber boot to be there. Alright? And then, well, we don't have the cable inside. Okay, so there's that. I expect all this debris to be out of it. There's no sense in that. This is new. There should have been a cardboard cover installed over this so I wouldn't find all these things. But since we don't have the cardboard cover, let's look. See, this cabinet was screwed into place instead of nailed. If you look at the instructions, I'm going to look up some more instructions. Alright, so this is this video, and I'm going to just do a little bit of homework. I call this out all the time, so I just like to do it for my own peace of mind, for my own confidence. Screws are faster, screws are tighter, I get that. Throw a screw in it, Philip, we're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest guy in the shop. I know. I'm getting a raise next week. That's how it works. We're on our way to the beer store. That's what we're doing. I can take you out there in that box and show you the Coronas. That's okay. I drink beer. But I don't screw my panels in, okay? Nails have much more shear strength than screws. So if this garage was this helm was being hit with a tornado, for example, well, you've already got a bad day. It blew up your garage, all right? But if this cabinet had been nailed in instead of screwed in place, it might actually be attached to some of the structure instead of flopping around on the floor, sparking, so that the first responders have to come in and step over Sparky here on their way to go, look for survivors. So, I know, it's probably not going to happen. I get that. Everybody else is screwed in. I get that too. But, what do we learn? Well, we learned a couple things. I don't see where the bonding location, maybe they don't know yet, but the bonding location is supposed to be labeled inside of this panel. This panel was screwed in instead of nailed into place. We're missing one of our covers. We got debris in the cabinet. And This cabinet is more than 1/8 of an inch gap between the cabinet and the drywall. All right, the cover is going to fit over like this, and that gap right there is going to compromise the fire blocking between the cabinet and the cover. And they purposely make these fasteners, the screws for this cabinet, they purposely make them sized to encourage people to move them out. So what is likely to happen when you get to like an extreme up here? You come up and you'll see like four regular screws that came with the box, and you get 2 weird screws up here. It's because they had to go find something longer to stick it in there. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's not what you're going to see. Because look at that gap. Look at that gap. Oh, it's new construction. God, give me a break. You know, I tell you what. The high school kid who put the stereo in my car, it looks like it came from the factory. It's just molded to the car. 16-year-old high school kid. And he's probably got a lot more on his mind than a 35-year-old electrician. He's probably, the last thing he wants to do is be working on my car. But he really, really made it look nice. I just can't say enough for Hawk Electronics. But, you know, if they can do that, they can do that. I don't know. I hate to make life hard for everybody. I really do. But I was called in to say I was going to. It's kind of hard for everybody. Is that good? Oh, it's still wet. Oh, there's some mud in here. Look at that. Really? Oh, okay. I got a head start here. This is our bonding. We know that we've got our bonding. All right, we're using a UFR for this. And I can see that we've got this wood's been treated for termites. That's a good thing.